All right, boys and girls, it's time for Bedtime Stories with Skipper, and tonight we're going to read Dumbo, the Flying Elephant. Dumbo, the Flying Elephant. The circus had come to town. All the circus people were getting ready for the show. While the ringmaster gave orders, the workmen put up the last big tent. The circus animals were busy too. The mother leopard licked her new cub. The mother camel was proud of her new baby. And the mother seal was happy her baby had come. But one animal was not happy. Miss Jumbo, the elephant, had been waiting a long time for her baby, but so far it had not arrived. Then one day, the little elephant was born. All the elephants came to admire him. "He's so sweet," said the proud mother. "I wonder what I should name him." Suddenly, the baby sneezed. "Achoo!" And his ears flew up in the air. All the other elephants laughed when they saw how big his ears were. "How funny he looks! I'll call him Dumbo. He looks like a Dumbo." And Dumbo was the name that stuck. But Mrs. Jumbo loved her baby. "To me, you are the most beautiful elephant in the circus," she told him. "I know you'll be a star someday." The next day, the circus paraded through town. A band played as the elephant marched in line. Dumbo was the smallest, so he was at the end of the line. One child pointed out Dumbo's big ears, but the little elephant didn't mind. He was happy to be part of the parade. Then Dumbo suddenly stumbled. First he stepped on his right ear, then he stepped on his left ear, and he finally fell flat on his face. All the children laughed. Dumbo was very sad. "You will never be a circus star that way," one of the elephants told him. Then a boy shouted, "What a clumsy elephant!" This made Dumbo's mother very angry. She picked up the boy with her trunk and shook him. "Help! Help!" he screamed. "Uh-oh," thought Dumbo. "There's going to be trouble." And trouble there was. People began to run away screaming, while, "Wild elephant! Wild elephant!" The keeper came and put a chain on Mrs. Jumbo's leg. He led her away to a small cage. "Now you won't be able to make any more trouble," he said. "Don't take her away," cried Dumbo. "It was all my fault." But the keeper didn't listen. He shoved Mrs. Jumbo into the cage and locked the door. She looked out sadly at her son. "Be a good little elephant, Dumbo." Other elephants were upset. They got together to decide what to do about Dumbo. "He can't be part of our act," said one. He just makes people laugh." "Make him a clown, then," said another. So Dumbo was sent to work with the clowns. They gave him a ruffled collar, and they painted his face in a funny way. This made Dumbo very sad. He wanted to be an elephant, not a clown. That evening, the elephants performed without Dumbo. When they were done, the clowns rushed in dressed as firemen. They had a fire engine, a ladder, a hose, a net, and a tub of water. But where was Dumbo? Dumbo is in the big burning house. "Jump, Dumbo, jump!" shouted the clowns. Even though the flames were not real, Dumbo was afraid. But finally, Dumbo jumped. The clowns held tight to the net. "Hooray!" they shouted. "You were wonderful." But he didn't feel wonderful. He missed his mother, and he still didn't want to be a clown. The next day, Timothy, the circus mouse, found Dumbo looking sad. "Don't be unhappy," he said. "I will be your friend. I will find a way to help you. Those big ears must be good for something. Maybe I can teach you how to fly with them." Timothy took Dumbo to the woods. There he made a runway out of log and a board. "Just flap your ears hard and jump off," he shouted. 3 crows sat on a branch and watched. Dumbo flapped his ears hard and jumped. Whoomp! He fell flat on the ground. "I'll never be able to fly," he said. But clever Timothy had another idea. He picked up a crow's feather and handed it to Dumbo. "Take this," he said. "It is magic. Just hold it in your trunk and jump." So Dumbo jumped in the air and he flapped his ears, and all the time he held tight to this feather. Suddenly, he was flying. "Good boy, Dumbo," said Timothy. The 3 crows could not believe their eyes. Higher and higher he flew. The green hills and the yellow farmhouse were far below him. "Look at him go," squawked the crow with glasses. "Now Dumbo will be the star of the circus," Timothy said to the crow in the purple hat and vest. Dumbo was so happy. That night, Dumbo sat in his burning house again, but this time Timothy was riding in his hat, and in his trunk was the magic feather. "Jump!" shouted the clowns down below. "Fly!" whispered Timothy. Dumbo flew into the air. But just then the feather slipped out of Dumbo's trunk. "Help! I'm falling! I can't fly without my feather!" cried the little elephant. Timothy quickly jumped out of the hat and slid down Dumbo's trunk. "Dumbo! Dumbo!" he shouted. "That feather isn't magic. You can fly without it." "Really?" said Dumbo. "Yes," said Timothy. "And hurry up. Flap those ears and fly." The little elephant began to flap his ears, and as fast as he could, up, up, up he sailed to the top of the circus tent. "I can fly! I can fly!" cried Dumbo, "even without my feather." "Hooray!" shouted Timothy from his seat in Dumbo's hat. "Now you are a real circus star. Can you hear the people cheering?" The crowd was cheering. "Ah, ah." "See the amazing flying elephant!" shouted the ringmaster. Dumbo flew over his head. Dumbo made a perfect landing right in front of the other elephants. "Well done, Dumbo," they said. "Dumbo, you are so good," said the ringmaster, "that I will give you anything you want." Dumbo knew right away what he wanted. "Please let my mother out of the cage," he said. The ringmaster agreed to let Mrs. Jumbo out. "Do you know your son is a circus star?" he said to her. "Are you really?" she asked Dumbo. "Yes, Mother, I can fly." Mrs. Jumbo was so proud of her son. Mrs. Jumbo and her son were together again. She patted Dumbo with the trunk. "I knew you'd be a star someday," she said. "Yes, but I couldn't have done without my friend Timothy," said Dumbo. Timothy smiled. Who could have asked for a better friend than a flying elephant? He hoped that he and Dumbo would be friends for a long time. The end. Thank you for listening to Bedtime Stories with Skipper. Tune in next week for another story.